Hello, this is Gerald Duran van Was. Accidentally, when I made a video about the yurt, I said it is a hut. No, it's not a hut, it's a tent. And it's actually quite funny that it is a very good opportunity also to show the difference between tent and hut. Everybody knows the difference, but I will explain the difference that you're really aware how different these things are. And you can also read them into the letters because the letters really say exactly what are the differences. And I will show it to you. Here, the hut and the tent. You have the tent first and the hut. Very vaguely, there are somewhat the same forms, but there is a very important difference, which you already can see how it has been attached. The tent has been attached temporarily, the hut has been attached to stay there. So what is the biggest difference between these two forms, which are quite, they look a bit the same, vaguely they look a bit the same. They are both places where you can live temporarily, let's say, but the biggest difference is not these forms or the function or whatever, but the contemporary state of the tent, which you can move from one place to another. So I can really say, okay, that's the real difference. So we have one place where it's fit, and at a certain time with a certain decision we go to another place. So actually, when we would name the tent with letters, it should actually describe that, because that's the essence. I already found the essence of the tent. So let's find out. And yes, it's exactly that. You have T, which you can derive it from my scheme and also from previous videos or whatever. I always have the same structured focus. So the T is about a placement. So that's the first place. Then the E is a change in time. So you have a decision somewhere where you say, I have a time schedule, and I say, no, there's a difference, and I go to that different timing moment. I go to a different decision, a change, whatever. So I go to that change in time. The N is the same thing. There it will say, I will take out in time my material to place it, probably here in this case I place it also elsewhere. It's also, in my scheme you will see it's on the first level. It's about material, and it's also about material that will move place, exactly like that. And there, where you have it, another place. So what you read here, it's exactly as I have designed it already beforehand. The T, the E, the N is not described there, but it's actually like within that taking out. I'm not only taking out the moment, but I also take out the material. So I take out the moment E, and I take out the material N to another place. So I have tent, exactly that. Now what is hut then? Hut, the first letter is the H, so I have a frame. Within this frame I can repeat this pattern. I have a pattern within a frame. The hut will be a pattern. It can be used as a pattern, it can be reused as a pattern, and it can be able to materialize itself and its whole nature, and it can thrive within this frame as when it finds its perfect place and time to be, and there it can be. That's the H. That's what the H expresses. The next letter will be the U. The U, in my scheme, you can read it. It's that focus upon a place, upon an object, where you will see differences. What kind of difference will you see? You will see a starting point which says, okay, this is a bit more real than the things that I don't see very well. So I make a difference between a choice in starting point where you say, okay, this is the real thing, and this is the thing that I still need to fill in a bit. So you have 2 points of reference of a frame, and compared to the hut, it is that material that you focus upon and the hollowness that still needs to be filled in. So when you place it on the hut, it's actually that difference between these two regions, and that's my focus of hu, of h. It is, yes, I focus on the hut. It has a place, it has a part of the form which is real, which is physical. Another part needs to be filled in. It's that hollowness as well in this case. And then, of course, we will have the T. So here, first I have the H as my pattern. So I have it 3 times because it can be repeated now. And I now have the T to it. The T is my position up. So this position up. If I also deal with this incompleteness, it is going up incomplete, and yes, I'll make also somewhere a middle and a compromise. Okay, this is interpretation already, but the H means it needs to be filled in. The T is a placement up, like the roof up also a little bit, so the material will go up and it will have that incompleteness, so it will be filled in gradually. Like the roof, gradually you will go up, and that is describing it. It's a bit more difficult with hut, but it is describing it with a certain height. You localize it at a certain place, so you have the H, the pattern, the U, the physical thing with a physical part and a hollow part, or to filled in part, or yeah, that's the place where you have to live in, and a place and a going up placement, which is slightly always placed upward, where it's going to fill in, of course, further, so that until you have the full hut, until it's complete, until it's complete as a place and placement, and that's the form how I can make that placement work and make it happen and make it a meaningful word. I hope these were clear enough. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.